Hello and welcome to this Moskva game. I am playing in a division with Warlock, who is playing in the Henry, and we are on North Standard Battle. As you can see, this is the new North map, and there are a lot of opportunities to get some good crossfire, and for a large ship like Moskva, it's gotten a bit more tricky to find a good position. So what I decided to do is I go east to the island at DE7, because from there I can radar south and I should be able to fire as well. Warlock is moving west, but most of our force is on the east side. I get detected and I see enemy Moskva and Des Moines and also Montana, and I start firing at Moskva. I run into Cleveland a bit, but he moves away and I can get behind the island. The enemy Z-23 eats some large damage and is forced to run away behind the island. I get in position and start opening up on the Montana. And I get smoked up by a friendly gearing. The smoke penalty of Moskva is quite large, so I need to reverse a bit to be able to stealth fire, as both the Montana and the Moskva are firing at me. Once I'm far enough away, I can fire at them without risking any return fire. And I'm mainly focused on the Montana since he is showing broadside to me. In the west, Warlock is being pushed a bit backwards. They have significantly more ships, but even so, he gets a kill, gets the first blood. But both the Baltimore and the Kurfürst is running east, so it will be just him and Benson, and that means that he will be the only one who is detected and fired at, so he has really no choice but to run away. There are some torps coming in the smoke, and unfortunately I'm not able to completely avoid them and will eat one. It's more or less on the nose, so I get a flooding and have to repair it. As I continue to fire on, both the Moskva and Montana, whichever is the best target at the moment. I'm not in that good a position, so I try to reverse enough to move forward and behind the island. Warlock is having some problems since he is basically alone. So my intention is to try and turn west and go back and support him. Go a bit further behind than I actually need to, but now I start moving forward and we'll go west. We get another kill, so we are now 2 ships ahead. And we have Shima, Kurfürst, and a Baltimore going in the middle towards the enemy cap. Warlock unfortunately dies, uh, which means the Benson is completely alone up there versus a Grossovoy and a Baltimore. So I still intend to go there and try to help kill those two ships, while basically the rest of our team is all in the middle, seemingly going towards the enemy base, which they have protected from basically three sides: the east, the west, and the middle. While I move towards the west, I try to get some low shots on the Montana. We start losing some ships, but we still have one ship advantage. But Benson up north is about to die. And we also lose a Cleveland. Or sorry, the enemy loses Cleveland. So we still have a bit of a ship advantage. There goes the Benson. But seeing as it's only the Grossola and the Baltimore, I feel quite confident that I should be able to take those out. So I go there alone, while our allies is still bunching up in the middle, doing well, whatever they are doing. We'll fast forward a bit. We detected, but I don't want to blow my radar straight away, since there is some buffer between my radar and detection range. I activate and see the Baltimore first, but then after that I see it goes away, and he's low, so I try to get him killed. The good first hit is down to 1500, and my second salvo kills him. Now I try to move away in case there are torps incoming. I also want to start dealing with Baltimore. In the middle, my team is unfortunately falling apart a bit, and we are losing ship after ship. Baltimore is down to 15k, so I have a pretty big advantage here. It gives me broadside, so I switch to AP, of course. Get the Citadel. I think maybe he will try to rush me to ram me. So that's why I'm a bit hesitant at this point, but then he turns away and I need to start moving forward to kill him. I have a Yamato and a Moskva in my back, so that's also another reason to move away from this position, since I do not really want to deal with them at this point. Baltimore gets me on fire, not that big of a concern, and I kill him. We're down to 4 ships, while the enemy team still has 6. So the early lead we had is gone, and we are now on the defensive. Yamato is low though, so before I sail around the island, I open up on him. Get a Moskva kill, but we also lose our Richelieu. So we're still trailing behind 3 ships to 5. I managed to kill the Yamato and get my third kill. So we still have a bit of a chance. Moskva is shooting at the Cleveland, and we get another kill, so we are now 3 versus 4. But we lose our core first. The enemy has 2 destroyers, so that would be a bit of a problem. The Montana is far away on the other side, so he should not be that big of a problem. Cleveland decides to not ram to Moskva, and I try desperately to try and get as much damage on him as I can, while our Cleveland is more or less melting away. Get some citadels, but he still has some HP. And our Cleveland is not really shooting back, which enables the Moskva to get away. And the destroyer can, together with the Moskva, kill him, and I am now alone versus 4 ships, as the Cleveland is about to go down. I am detected, so there is at least some destroyer here. Montana is trying to shoot me but misses, and I see torps from the north. I eat one, have to repair since it's flooding, and I use my last heal. I activate my radar and see the enemy gearing the north, which is my best option at this point. So I turn in his direction, and as the radar is 10 seconds away, the Cleveland dies now. I was a bit early before, but he was not much help before that, so he was basically dead anyway. I desperately try to get my last shot away before he disappears, but he smokes up. With less than 2k HP, he gets away. Now I have an enemy gearing behind me. Moskva is around somewhere, and there is a Montana on the other side of the map. I get undetected, so I'm a bit unsure where the gearing went. Moskva shot at me, missed, and so did the shots from the Montana. I'm trying to rush the smoke, hoping that he will be there and I will be able to get close enough to kill him before I'm detected and he can torp me. Unfortunately, I do get detected, so I need to start doing some kind of maneuvers to try to trick him in launching his torps in the wrong direction, while also avoiding shells from the Moskva and the Montana. And so far, so good. There are the first of torps, just as our base is being kept. And there I see the gearing. I kill him, but he managed to get his second set of torps away. And unfortunately, I do eat one, get a flooding, have to repair. I don't have any heals, so the 20k I have right now is all I have to play with. My radar is getting ready, so I activate it to try and deal with the gearing in the cap. He's in radar range, and I start firing at him. Misses the first, do some damage. But I also have to deal with the enemy Moskva, and Montana is somewhere. Get Confederate, trying to get the Kraken, but the gearing smokes up. His engine broke, and I get some more hits on a fire, so he is quite low. I see one set of torpedoes from the gearing, and he opens fire as I try to deal with Moskva. I land fire, and I kill him and get my Kraken. Unfortunately, I'm now alone versus Moskva and Montana. But 5 kills and 148k damage. But as the torps come in, the Moskva kills me, and I lose.